Saints fans, the losing streak continues, unfortunately, but still a fair bit of optimism in the air. I would think a trip down the highway didn't go as we wanted it to, but I guess, I hate to say it, the buzzword, it was probably another honourable loss, lads. How are we feeling? But, actually, I should, before we jump straight into it, another guest, Cardy, how are we?
Yeah, we're good. This is a pretty nice setup that we've got here, so I'm honoured to get on as a guest on the podcast, talking a bit about the Saints, so yeah, should be good.
Of course, welcome. It's great to have you. Jakey, how are you feeling, mate?
I'm feeling okay. Got some winnable games coming up, but it's always shitty mood after you lose to the Cats, especially at the Cardy. All three of us were there.
Yep.
The vibes were good in the cheer squad, which was great. The boys put up a fight, but like you said, it's very same, and also same result in the end. So we move on.
Yeah. Well, what were your guys' overall thoughts on the match? Because I thought, I heard the discussion yesterday. It did feel like the Cats were probably in control all day. The game in a nutshell was probably every time we would, get them nervous or, just get into a position where we thought, oh, hang on, we could pinch this. They would just straight out of a centre clearance kick another goal. And ultimately, you got a very young, inexperienced side versus a very, senior and experienced side who is going to take every chance that they get. It's exactly what they did. They kicked 9 straight to start the game. They kicked the first 5 of the game. And we're great at creating some really good looks, decent opportunities, but we just don't have the finishing touch to, get the ball through the big sticks. There's a few, there's little mistakes. Cooper Sharman, you either pass it to Jack Higgins or you kick the goal. What does he do? He passes it to Naz on a worse angle. So little things like that, for me, was a difference in the game. But what did you guys think?
Well, that moment that you touched up on earlier, that was in a period of time where we could have maybe challenged to stem the margin to under 10 points. Because it felt like when we got the game going, yes, we had moments where we probably should have got more control in the scoreboard. Every time we kicked the goal, it seemed like Geelong would kick one straight away. And as you said, 9 goals straight. When we concede the first 5, no matter who it is against, but particularly against the Cats away at GMHBA, it's almost, you've got to be your absolute best. And we were pretty good after the first quarter, I thought. There were obviously bits and pieces, in the third where the Cats got 4 in a row. We sort of dropped off. But it was a good effort. Probably an expected result, to be honest with you, heading into the category.
Jake?
It's refreshing hearing Cardy's thoughts because we know kind of where we're at in that situation, but it's good having his thoughts. I mean, I can't say I was driving down... thinking we'd get the win, but I kind of thought based on our 4 weeks that we'd be competitive, and that was pretty much the case. But yeah, like what you said, it's our starts have been pretty good. I feel in the last 5 weeks, I can't think of a game where we've given up a margin that quickly. It's kind of been more the last quarter where we've sort of fallen away with a bit of inexperience. Sydney got us, Freo got us, Collingwood got us late, Hawthorn. There was kind of maybe they were a goal better a quarter type thing, but it wasn't a blitz. And Geelong, they just got on top of us. But the beautiful thing about it was we didn't panic in that situation because it could have blown out. If you turn on the telly and you see 30-1 Geelong at home with their fans going nuts, Cameron on fire, you'd think that's a 10-15. They're thinking we're going to kill these guys. Yeah, but we didn't allow it, which made me proud. Not a great start, but it could have been worse, and we didn't allow it to get to that point, and we even fought it out. So
I was having flashbacks to round 1 sitting in the Adelaide Oval, to be honest.
Oh, you thought it was going to get ugly, did you?
5 kids in the first 5, like Cardy said, in the category, that's never a good sign.
Well, it was a similar situation to that game. Didn't we concede the first 5 as well?
Yeah, we ended up getting absolutely blitzed that day. This
was
game,
a bit different. But
I really think going into halftime, we were 10 points the difference, but we should have had a goal right before it and cut it down. But like I say, that just felt like the story of the game, just not taking our chances when we needed them. But I think we can't go much.
Steele's
not making the distance to kick the first goal.
That was the first kick.
Yeah.
We started well.
Yeah, we would have kicked the first goal. We would have got running, and then misses that. Geelong kicked 5 straight. Yeah. And then to finish the second quarter, it hurts when they kicked one late. That was Cameron, I think, kicked his 4th. Yeah. That's when I felt like, maybe this isn't going to be the game where we're going to fight over and get a win, because we just can't. We can't afford to concede those late ones.
Yeah. And if you touch danger.
Exactly. Did you hear the guy in the cheer squad? Just every time Danger would go near it, it's pretty funny. Danger gave him a couple of looks as well, but probably deserved it.
Oh yeah, I saw it when he was in the square.
Yeah.
I did
I think there were 2 different, I think in the first quarter and when he got a 50 and then third, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
think
some
that's
Zane just
questionable-
got his own set of rules, but
Yeah.
that's right. We'll look past it. I don't think we can go much further talking about this game without talking about Naz. Like, what more is there to say? We've used all the words there are in the dictionary to describe this bloke, but he's an absolute freak. Just so much talent. He's a bona fide midfielder now. It looks like that's where he's going to play. Let's just hope that it's for us.
Yeah, I mean, I said it in my 5 things video just before we came into the studio, but yeah, I knew he was good. Like, I knew that everyone was taking notice of him, and I kind of acknowledged we've got a pretty special player, but I didn't think already he could be in the conversation of being a top 5, top 10 player in the league.
Yeah.
Like, that's come from nowhere for me. Like, I kind of thought we got him at pick 11. He was a half-backer, really clean. We got him for his kicking, and that's something that stayed true and even got better. But it's come on really quick to me that, like, out of nowhere, he was a good player. He's a gun. He could be an All-Australian half-back to be. Some people think if we persist and he stays at St Kilda and plays in the midfield, he could win a Brownlow. Like, he's that good. Is that like you guys? Do you think it's just come out of nowhere and it's a surprise?
Yeah. He's so much better than I ever thought he was going to be. Like, I had the similar assessment of him coming into the club, and even this year I thought, at best he'll be like an All-Australian halfback.
Yeah.
But I'm like, he's absolutely locked into the All-Australian side. Like,
Oh, definitely.
and beyond that, just what he's doing in the midfield. I just thought someone, with his size, I just didn't see that happening. But that was probably his first full game in the midfield, and it's one of, if not the best game I've ever seen him play. Hitting the scoreboard the way he did as well.
Who knows how he'll continue his form against some of the lower tier sides as well. Maybe picks up some more 3-vote games. You said he might win a Brownlow. What if it's this year?
Are you saying
Another
Cardy's doing the old YouTube
I'm not
clickbait here?
Look, I'm not saying it's going
You
to
reckon?
happen, but
Well, he got.
who knows?
People are giving him. He's going to get the 3
he
in
gets
a loss.
votes in
He'll
games.
get the
He
3,
gets votes in, I reckon, a good 4 games this year where we've lost.
including 3 yesterday for sure.
Like, he'll obviously lead our votes at the end of the year.
He'll win the BNF.
He'll win the
easily.
BNF, AA. I reckon he won't win it, but top 10, I reckon. And he's
Do you reckon he could sneak a top 10 on?
Look, I think he can.
That'd be huge. Like, for a team that's only potentially winning under 8 games, that'd be enormous. But you're right, we've got a good stretch of games where he could absolutely feast on the opposition if we just persist in keeping
Keep in the midfield.
in the midfield. Because you could easily just say, we're playing easier teams, put him in half back, he'll get his 40 every week. But midfield, you can see the difference going forward. That kick to Mitch Owens was insane, and Sharman that rove as well.
Carl Delina, I think that's how you say his name, said himself that Naz went to the coaches and asked to be playing in the midfield. So this is what he wants. You got to do everything you can, to keep this bloke. If that's what he wants to do, then play him in the midfield. And let's just get it over with, because this is, I'm sure there's a trillion junk mails about it. But where are we at with his future? It's obviously everyone's going to be wondering after a career best game. Is he staying? Is he going? Cardy, let's hear your point of view, a fresher opinion on it all.
I was reading comments earlier today, like just on like Instagram and all that. A lot of the fan opinions were negative over him staying, because you think that by this point into the season, you would have signed already. But I feel like speaking to Jake earlier about it, like maybe we're waiting for a right moment potentially when we get a win, or before like a big game at home, they want to maybe announce a few contracts all at once. Because I think if he wasn't wanting to play in the midfield and was going to leave anyways, why would we bother persisting? Like, we just keep him half back, or he could just, like what you said with Josh Battle earlier, before we spoke as well, like he sort of felt like he checked out a bit in a way.
He just doesn't give me that sign of a bloke that's not wanting to be at this footy club.
Yeah, I'm just paranoid every day, dreaming about it, waking up, first thing I think about, go to sleep, last thing I think about. Will Naz stay? Will he go? Let us know in the comments. Is anyone else experiencing this paranoia, or is it just me?
I did try to get it out of Cal Wilkie when I spoke to him last week.
Yeah.
He just said, fingers crossed he signs, with a little bit of a smile. So I just kind of get a vibe that it could be done, but we're just waiting for the right time.
Yeah.
I just think maybe... But every week he plays a better game than the week before. So that would delay if you're his agent... You're like, hold off, because you're in insane form.
The more you're going to want to get paid.
Yeah, Port and Adelaide might throw more money, but we'll just keep matching it and just putting more chips on the table, and he'll be getting his absolute bang for buck. But I'm pretty confident that he will stay. He'll sign for 2 years.
Yeah.
I really think that too many things... Like, the only thing that is worrying people is that he hasn't signed yet, that we know of. But everything else points to he's playing midfield time. Why would we do that if we know he's going? He's celebrating every goal. Like he just loves his team. He's getting around his teammates. Even Ross kind of alluded to, that just be patient. Good things come to those who wait, essentially, in his presser. And then he walked off with a smile. There's just too many things there that are like, if he was gone, I just feel like we wouldn't be pumping him up. They wouldn't even be posting that much content about him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess if they already knew, you know what I mean?
They'd be crisis management in a way.
Yeah.
I hope you're right. That's all I'll say.
Why would we... What?
I don't know. All I can say is if it's done, fantastic. I hope it is, but the longer this goes on, the more nervous I'm going to get.
I think Saints fans have been burnt many times, and they're so used to things going against what they
I
want.
mean, my
paranoia.
dad keeps saying it'd just be the most St Kilda thing for him to leave.
Of course, we've just found a future Brownlow medalist,
It's
and he
because
goes.
we're St Kilda.
Yeah.
If we were Geelong, no one would be talking about this, would they?
No, but we have money. Thank God we have the money now.
Yeah.
Imagine if we didn't have the salary cap space.
If this was 3 or 4 years ago when our cap
He'd be
was
gone.
maxed, we'd be in trouble.
So, credit to the club for future planning a situation where you can pay a top 5 player in the comp whatever he wants to keep him and try and get players in at the same time. Not enough credit goes to the team for managing that.
What do you reckon he'd be worth now?
Oh my Lord.
Too much. 2 million.
Definitely more than what we've been offering.
Yeah.
TDK,
He'd
or
be upwards
deserves
of
to be.
1.5, yeah.
Yeah, he'd be like top 5 playing the comp.
Yeah.
Would he be?
Buddy
He'd be
Franklin
fine.
says he's top 2.
Did
He
he?
said, I posted a reel before, he said it's Bont, Naz, Nick Dacos.
Wow.
Was this after the Cats game?
This
Or
was
before it?
this was today.
Right, okay.
Yeah, Shane
It's-
Crawford and
Yeah,
and
it's
Buddy.
just crazy to think about. What have we wanted? We just want a midfielder who kicks goals. It's just a star midfielder. And what do you know? We have one.
And it gives me an out.
Can we keep him? All we have to do is keep him.
It gives me an out too because people are like, oh, I hope we don't win many games in the next 4 because I don't want to compromise our draft hand because we really need to get a gun mid in the top 10
Yeah.
with our pick. And I'm like, we can win games and we've also got a gun mid now. So maybe it's not much of a problem,
Yeah.
When we win the games, it's not like it's going to make much of a difference in the draft order anyways.
No,
I
it's
wouldn't have
compromised
thought.
enough.
Yeah,
So.
maybe a couple picks. It's not the strongest draft hand anyways.
No, and also we've got a young team. They need to get used to winning.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
don't want to go into
exactly
next
right.
year winning one of your last 15.
You
or
never
whatever
want
it
a
might be.
losing culture at any club.
Look at
And-
North. It's hard to get out of it.
And if the decision is still in limbo for Naz, winning games does not hurt.
No.
He's not going to want to be around losing culture. You
Yeah,
know? He wants
exactly.
to win games of footy. So
Yeah, and he wants to see his teammates upset when we don't win. He
Yeah.
wants to be in that environment. So I think we're doing all the right things. I don't think the club can do much more.
I think some people are being over dramatic about this, but I do agree with it to an extent that if he does go, and I guess this is where the fear is coming from, is that it will set us back.
Well,
maybe
depends-
maybe not 50 years the way some people are saying, but I think it will set us back.
It depends on what we get back. I can't judge that unless until you see what could be given up for
Yeah.
him.
Anyway,
he'd be 3 first-round picks right now.
yeah.
But anyway,
That's the Naz talk.
that's my podcast.
It's
Thanks,
over
guys.
with.
See you next week.
I want to mention Alex Taru. He didn't have an outstanding game like we've seen from him. Maybe against Freo, but playing on Jeremy Cameron, he kicked 4 goals on him. Doesn't look great, but I do love that Ross gave him a go at that, gave him that experience, because maybe it compromised the game for us a little bit, but like Ross says, you can't buy that sort of experience. What do you guys think of it?
With Taru.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I thought his game wasn't nothing too disappointing or anything like that. He had a few chances. I think his spoiling game was there. Obviously Cameron's one of the best forwards in the comp, so I think it's good that we've given him that sort of experience early, playing one of the best key forwards in the comp. Then they moved him in the forward line late, yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
put him in the square.
Took a good mark. I think probably could have fixed on his kicking. That we can tell, as a defender, if we can want to swing him up forward at times, that's something he can certainly work on. But
Yeah.
just keep playing. He's one of the most exciting players we have in terms of what he's able to can do with his leaping ability. So yeah, I wasn't nothing too bad about it.
No, I think he's not going to. We've been bit spoiled in that some of our less experienced players have kind of like Max Hall, Naz, Taru. They've just come out of nowhere and done some amazing things. It's not going to happen every week.
Yeah.
But just because he didn't, fill up the highlight reel this week doesn't mean that this wasn't a growth game for him. He probably gets more out of playing on Cameron and getting 4 kicked on him quick than he does having his 17 spoils. Do you know what I mean?
Agreed.
Because he's seen what it takes to be an absolute top tier player and also had to defend one as well. So
yeah, he doesn't want to think that every game's like easy.
It's not going to be
level.
easy,
Yeah.
and he he wouldn't be that personality, I don't think, anyway. But then to throw him forward, these are the games you do it. These are the games that you try and utilize that flexibility and see what can you uncover in different parts. You know, in different situations, if it's a close game, throw him forward, see what happens.
No, definitely. And something you talked about on the channel today, which I think was, this shows, is that Ross is experimenting. He's not rigid and stuck in his ways the way some people may think, like we said, Taru went on Jezza and then he goes forward in the last quarter. Max Hall plays in the centre bounces for the whole last quarter, whatever it was. Obviously Naz going into the middle, plenty of other little things across the ground, which is good to see. Like, even Windhager, he's sort of moved around. He's had wing, midfield, and Windhager's playing some fantastic footy these last few weeks. Even the club put up a post to shout that out. And just the midfield in general, like, I think it has genuinely been humming for this last month or so. McRae and Steele have been really good, especially Steele. He's laid about 45 tackles in 3 weeks.
Yeah. He's leading the tackle count, isn't he?
No, I'm sure he would be.
Yeah.
This is the best form we've seen Steele in a good few years, like this 3 or 4 week patch.
18 months for sure,
Yeah.
I would say.
A couple years, yeah.
Yeah. His body seems to be where it should be.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed it stays that way.
No, he's been fantastic. What about Big Maxi Heath for his second game?
He needs to, that was a great mark.
Yeah, that was
Right in front of
exciting.
us.
Fantastic.
And then the
mark.
kick, not quite. Same with Mitchie from a slight angle as well. Took a great contested mark.
Yeah.
That was in the last
quarter
when
and
we
missed
could
it.
have
Yeah,
kicked
could
a
have
third
put some
in a row,
pressure on them.
Yeah. But obviously, Max Heath being in the side does allow Rowe to go forward, which we all want to have a look at. If he sticks around, we get TDK next year. And I thought it looked good when he was in there. He took some good marks. He's a great presence. It shows what, if we had a more experienced forward like a King in the side, what that forward line would look like, because obviously it's been lacking in size all year. So, I just want to see Max Heath play these last 5 games, see what he's got, see if he can stick around, potentially be that backup if a TDK or a Rowe goes down next year. So, I like what we're seeing from him.
Yeah.
Also, how about Mason Wood's goal? We were all sitting right behind that.
Yeah.
that was pretty
pretty
epic.
special. Like,
sure.
just the way it bounced in, it didn't look like it was going through, and then it
No, I had no
felt like
idea.
it-
Yeah.
That was a textbook dribble from him. So
How's the goal review though on Naz's soccer goal?
I just had a feeling. I just thought deep down they were just gonna, because it was at the Cattery, they were just gonna
reverse it somehow.
somehow
Put some old footage of a different goal.
somehow say it was gonna go to hit the post or whatever.
yeah,
But
Nah.
that was
That
again
was
clever
obscene.
from Naz, the way he soccered that through.
Yeah.
He's a complete player pretty much.
If he's having, if
Just
he's
about.
getting 36 and 2,
Didn't he kick 2-2 again as well?
2-2.
So you could be kicking 3 or 4 and having 35.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
no, absolutely. And also, I want to shout out Liam Henry. Doesn't look like he had a great game on the stat sheet. He maybe didn't have a fantastic game, but that second quarter, he was super lively.
was,
Didn't get reward
Took
on
a
the
few
scoreboard, but I think
speckies,
over these next few weeks, we want to see him get back to that Liam Henry that we saw last year, and I think he's on the right track. So
Yeah. I still see him as a icing on the cake type player. I think when we're on top of teams and we're dominating and everything's free flowing, he's going to just cap it off.
Yeah.
Like look at the game against Collingwood last year. He kicked that beautiful goal that King handballed to him on the run. That's the type of player he is. I don't think he's going to be
He's
a
not really
match
that-
winner,
yeah, he's not really
but
that
he's going to
team lifter.
seal a game
Yeah.
or he's going to just do something miraculous to lift the momentum.
Yeah.
That's the type of player he is.
for sure.
X factor.
Any other thoughts on the game in general? Just the day as a whole? Any stories to tell?
Day as a whole is a bit interesting. I drove in early that morning, probably 8:30. Got in quarter to 10. Wandering around G-Town and walked past a few packs of Geelong fans, and I'm like, morning. They just don't say anything, and they just keep walking. I'm like, really? Is that bad? Went to the Westfield, had some food before the game. A few Saners in there, a few Cats people. Cutting in line as well. It's like they just no respect.
Yeah.
You know?
I gotta
It's
say,
their town.
Saints fans, though, like it is so much fun getting down to those games. I've gone every
Any away
year
game.
since 2019, but obviously not everyone wants to spend the money to fly to Adelaide or
Yeah.
Perth, whatever it is. This is a great alternative. It's 1 hour down the highway. If you get, you can sit behind the goal, so all the Saints fans, not too hard to, get a ticket there. great vibes, super fun. You've got that, that away game feeling. So
Weather was good too. Like surprisingly,
perfect. Sitting in
you
the
got a
sun,
bit
yeah.
of
Oh yeah, a
sunburn
bit.
on the face.
Yeah, I need it during this time of the year. It's not it's not a lot of sun going around.
Not the frost. Yeah.
But no, yeah, it's fantastic vibes. So highly recommend getting down. Yeah, obviously we want to win, but I said to you yesterday, I'm not going to miss one of these games until we win one, because I don't want to miss when we finally break the drought.
Well, we're going good when they don't fixture the game at Geelong, because the crowd will be too big.
Yeah. But I mean, even like Richmond plays there. I mean, true, they're doing terribly. But anything else, lads? Or
no, I mean, I think the game just kind of capped off the last 4 or 5 weeks where we've kind of been almost there, but not really.
What do you say to the people that, because I think there's kind of two sides of the fan base right now. One that's like, you know what, we're playing well, I can see the future, I don't mind the losses. And then the other side is going, well, stuff this, I'm done with these honourable losses, let's win some games of footy. What do you say to those people?
I say get to Marvel in the next 4 weeks, because this is the time.
Games,
Like, honestly, the more I think about our situation, the more, to me, it reminds me of 2002, 2003. You wouldn't know. Were you even born yet?
Not 2002, no.
And you?
No.
See,
couldn't back you
I
up.
feel so old on this show, man.
That's why we've got you in the grandfather chair.
Yeah. Jeez, the grey hairs are coming out. But 02-03 was very similar in that we belted, like there were games where we belted the teams around us or below us, and we just couldn't do it against the better teams.
Yep.
And if we belt like some of these teams coming up,
well, we haven't really had a real opportunity to play these bottom sides yet at Marvel. Except for Richmond,
which was
their...
it. And that's Richmond's biggest loss of the year, mind you.
Yeah.
No one has beaten them more than St Kilda's beaten Richmond, which is kind of crazy to think about. But if we flog some of these teams and go into, even Giants in the final game of the year, there might be a bit on the line for them. They wouldn't want to play us, I don't think, because it'll be tricky.
Yeah.
But if we do that, I think that's what gets these people up off the couch a little bit to get a membership for next year. And then we bring in some reinforcements either through free agency, the draft, Philippo and
players off the injury list.
They'll be like new draft picks for us, pretty much. Haven't seen them in a year.
Especially King.
What does he look like now?
Yeah.
So I think there's a bit there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's quickly do Mosh Man of the match. Who could it possibly be?
Geez, I wonder. Who'd you vote for? Who would you give best on to?
The guy in
number 7.
Number 7, yeah.
I don't think we don't need to. We talked about it for about 10 minutes, but 36, 2 goals, 617 meters gained, 8 marks.
Not only the St Kilda Mosh player of the match, but
he was the saner of the round. 3 votes in the Brownlow.
He got 9 coaches votes as well.
Yep, correct. He got 10 clearances.
Which coach didn't give him 5? Who do you reckon? If he got 9 coaches votes.
Oh, I think we know.
One of the Geelong coaches.
I think we know. And he got 10 clearances, which was 4 more than any player on the ground. 6 was next.
Yeah, right.
So he absolutely torched them.
Who would you guys vote for outside of Nats? I'd go with Steele. I think Steele's just putting some really good form together, like we said.
I think Steele's probably next best in line.
Yeah, I'd agree. I'm trying to think of a third, because there weren't many huge standout.
No, there weren't any big numbered. I thought Wilkie was okay.
Sinks
was solid. 33 he had, which was a better return from his last few weeks. Yeah, probably that.
Also, just shout out Boxall. Just getting some consistent games.
And Hasty, I think
they both
battled.
We want to have them playing for the rest of the year.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're dealing with hair loss, Mosh is here to help with clinically proven treatment starting at just $24 a month. You can regrow your hair 100% online. No clinics needed. Plus, you'll get discreet delivery and unlimited support. Use code SaintsTV50 for $50 off your first treatment plan. Join over 60,000 Aussies already seeing results. Visit getmosh.com.au to get started. Let's get stuck into some Jake's Junk Mail.
Sounds good.
Jake is Junk Mail. Jake is Junk Mail. Jake is Junk Mail. Jake is Junk Mail.
Jake's Junk Mail. Let's do it. What could we Saints fans possibly be on their minds? I have a guess.
I think it's going to be very
TDK,
unique.
Naz.
No. Well, Mitchie's, this guy here's got something new, so let's
Something
go
different.
with this.
Let's go with it.
Hey, mate, early one for the pod next week. Some people send them in early now, before the game even happens. So
Oh, wow.
Serious
Okay.
dedication there
I
from
like it.
the Jake's Junk mailers. Hey, mate, love the pod. Getting me through the winter blues. Keep up the good work. Question for each of you. Which 5 St Kilda players would be your first picked every week? For me, I'd pick Naz, Sinks, Wilkie, Marshall, and Max Hall. A fit 2026 King next year would change my list. Cheers, lads. P.S. Found this tough. McRae unlucky for my top 5, but chosen purely on influence to change the game. Good call.
It's a great
I
question.
like the Hall inclusion.
Who would be your 5?
Well, I think I would have thrown him in based off the last month. Him, Naz, Wilkie, Higo if this is early in the year, but his form's sort of been a bit iffy as of late, just a bit inconsistent. I'd throw in Sinks. Have I said Sinks yet?
No.
And I'd probably say Jack Steele at the moment.
Yeah, good call. Ari?
I'll go
Your 5?
Sinclair, Wilkie, Naz. Sinclair, Wilkie, Naz, King, and Filippo.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I
would,
forgot about the injured plays.
yeah,
Maybe
if
I'll
it's a
redo my
clean
list.
bill of health, it would be King, Filippo, Naz, Wilkie, Max Hall.
Okay. I like it.
Pure damage.
Good
In that
question. I like that one.
Yeah, that was great. This one is from Chad, although I think he sent in a voicemail, so we'll skip that one and get to his voicemail. This is Charlie. Without being biased, do you guys think Naz gets 3 votes today? I can't remember a better all-round performance from a Saint since Nick Rewalt's 20-mark game versus Brisbane. I think that was in 2016.
Yeah, that was a fun day out.
Were you there?
I was there, yeah.
Yeah?
I remember before the game, I think they had they lived in the AFL playground back at Marvel, and I think they gave me like a free footy album. So obviously the vibes
Oh,
are high. It was,
But yeah, no, definitely.
Second-
Especially playing midfield. Umpires will be watching him closely.
Second part, not a question, more a statement, but I honestly think it's crazy to say that Naz is well and truly in the conversation for top 5 players in the game right now. Genuinely praying nightly for him to put pen to paper. Love your work, boys. Hopefully next week we'll be dissecting a well-earned win after a solid month of work with no reward in terms of wins. That's fair. Let's go to Charlie. When is it panic stations for Naz not signing?
Oh.
And if he does leave, what do we ask for in return?
I mean, I think we covered this, but yeah, it has to start with Zach Butters plus more.
Zach Butters
Yeah.
plus every single draft pick they have in the next future
Yeah.
and this year. I don't know, first round.
Butters, Horn, Francis, and Rosie.
Yeah. And Darcy Burn-Jones, throw him in for steak knives. The Jack Hall is his name. Is Mason Wood's disposal going inside 50 up to AFL standard?
He has been struggling these last few
that
weeks.
kick to Max Hall that he missed was... Remember, he took the mark,
Yeah,
but he
it's
didn't
unlike
take the shot?
him. Strange.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Mason does a lot of good things that it's sort of just the uglier side of the game that we don't really see, that he doesn't get the credit for. In saying that, yeah, he's been making just some basic skill errors these last few weeks, but senior player like him, I expect him to clean that up, and we hopefully aren't talking about that in a few weeks.
Yep. Benny, interesting take. He says, hey guys, is it just me or does Sharman not go at the ball 100%?
No, I
think
disagree.
he-
I wouldn't say any AFL player's not, going 100%.
He's one of
but
our flyers. He'll go for the
Yeah,
specky.
he's
Yeah.
one that goes.
He's a bit more undersized, so he's got to play a sort of a more unique role. But I've
No,
never
he's
thought
always
he
jumping in the back,
sharks the
packs
ball.
flying, competing well.
He
Yeah.
normally doesn't get outmarked either.
Yeah.
Yep. Darcy says, are we too judgmental as a side? A 30-point loss to a top 4 side versus bottom 4 side is okay with me.
Yeah.
Oh, like, we're in the bottom 4, but we're not playing like a bottom 4 team. Like,
It doesn't feel like this has been a bottom 4 year. Like you
Like,
say
I
that
was
we've won
yeah.
5 games. It doesn't feel like that's been that
Yeah.
season. We've only won the 5.
Like-
and 2 in like 11 weeks or whatever.
yeah, like Essendon, because of their injuries, obviously.
But even without that,
probably
like-
drop into
Yeah.
without their injuries, even then, bottom 4. But our average losing margin is 33 points.
And like we haven't had a game where we've scored under 50, which I think every year in the last 10 there'd be at least 1 or 2. We just
That's
have
a,
real.
that's a
it's a real
unique
stat.
stat. Didn't occur to me.
But,
I think our scoring's definitely improved.
I would say
more consistent at least.
Yeah.
my sort of takeaway of the year is like I've never felt better about such a terrible year results wise. Like results wise, this year's been terrible, but I think at the end of the year I'll go, at least I can see the future. I felt like maybe when we win 10, 11 games, it's like well, we're
Stuck in
average
no
and
man's land, you know.
where are we going?
Yeah.
I feel like I can actually see we're going somewhere good.
Yep. Let's
Yep.
swing over to some voicemails because I think they'll cover a bit more there.
Let's do it.
Let's chuck them on. I wonder what they'll be asking about.
Couldn't be Naz, could it?
I think, how do I think Kane Corns actually sent in one.
Oh, did he?
So
Yeah.
he does want to be on the show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's. He sent in a message for me just before, which is really kind because
That's so nice of him.
he's a very busy man.
Yep.
Where is it? Here we go.
Sensitive, pretty sensitive.
I'd tell you, speaking of sensitive, I hope Saints TV.
Oh, this isn't a message.
This went on your Twitter. This went out to the public, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't personal, just
No,
one-on-one.
Straight out.
You might want to be the one who doesn't watch or doesn't listen. Go and check out the first line of his media conference. You best sit this one out. You've had a brutal year.
So this clown,
Way too harsh.
when they were 3-1 after I said they'd finished bottom four, the Saints was all over me on Twitter. Bottom four, Kane, bottom four, as well as all the clowns that ring up this show.
You're the
But how's the
clown,
Saints? Yeah, good.
Come on the potty,
They're
mate.
going real good.
Come on the
And where
potty.
are they right now? Bottom
You coming
four.
on the potty or what?
And I'm not going on your
Come
podcast.
on, mate.
And I'm not
Come
going
on.
on his podcast.
no,
Tom, what's coming
That's
up?
weak.
What
That's
are we
weak.
going to
into the
do
studio.
without you on the
That's
pod?
so weak.
I got to say this. Kane says about 100 things about, every club each year. 90 of those things are wrong, but you'll never hear about it. You're only going to hear about the 10 things he said that are right. Yeah, okay, we're bottom four now. He said we're going to be bottom four for the last 10 years. Who cares? Like, okay, he was right one year, but and by the way, we're probably not even going to finish in the bottom four.
won't,
Some
yeah.
fans would love for us to finish in the bottom four to get the pick, but whatever, Kane, you're a tosser. Let's go through all of the takes that you've had over the year and let's see what was right and what was wrong. Because I'm telling you, you're going to find a lot more wrong than right.
Jeez, I think that's rubbed Ari up the wrong way there. He's gotten angry. He's getting a bit
gotten
red.
real angry.
He's a tosser.
I didn't expect that, to be honest. I thought it was a bit of a laugh, but kind of went a bit scary there. All right, let's go to Tim.
Hey boys, we've had 5 of the best honourable losses you could have. We now have 5 games ahead of us where we can win pretty much every one of them. Do we want to? I want the nourishment, but I'm always wanting the wins. But then come draft night, I want that extra player, the extra better player. Not sure what your thoughts are, but interested to hear them. Thanks for the potty. See ya.
Yeah, just play to win and the draft will take care of itself.
Back the development. Some of our better players have been, Naz was pick 11. He wasn't even a top 10
Yeah,
pick.
we haven't really had a pick.
Max Hall,
Top 5 pick in a
not even in national draft.
good 4 years. And
Yeah.
they're developing nice, and then our top 3 picks that we've had, we'll bottom 3, bottom 2, even
We've
last.
got Simon Dalrymple, who's one of the best in the game at recruitment, so I'd back him in ahead of anyone to find any that would be pick 10, 12, 20, 30. Doesn't really matter to me.
And like we said before anyways, it's not going to be a massive difference, one spot. I wouldn't have thought so.
Not if Naz is re-signed and
Yeah,
he's got
exactly.
that role.
Yeah.
Yep. Also, you can't guarantee that a top 10 pick is going to be a gun, but you can guarantee that winning sets a good culture long term. I think you just stick to that. This is Hugh.
Hey guys, just sending in a quick voice note to talk about Jack Steele and how quickly seems like a lot of people in the fan base turned on him when he was playing, obviously not fully fit and was obviously not in his best form, but he's been the heart and soul of the club for the past 5, 6, 7 years, and he's the captain of the club for a reason, and yeah, he's back to his best form, so I hope that he just gets the appreciation that he deserves. Yeah, that's it. Cheers.
Bit of love.
Who was that from?
Hugh.
Love you, Hugh.
He's
I've been
a
saying-
weekly voicemailer now.
Yeah, I've been saying the same thing for the last 10 weeks. I can't believe the hate that Jack Steele got. I mean, talk about a guy that's carried the club through the last 5 years. 2020, 21, our best player in Brownlow contention, and then he hits a bad patch of form, and all of a sudden we want to trade him and we want to, take the captaincy off of him, and it was ridiculous to me.
I feel like the over-hate was partly due to the fact that he had, the captaincy position. I feel like he was just any other player. It wouldn't have been so severe.
Yeah.
Yep, 100%. This is Mark.
First time Whinger, long time listener. Love the potty, gents. Keep up the good work. Just want to talk about Brad Hill. I'm a WA boy, been a long time supporter of Brad's work, but lately his lack of defensive contests seems like he's out of position constantly, scared for contact. And when he gets the ball, I tell you what, he may as well be working at your local butcher store. And he's cutting up the fat these days. He's not carving up the meat, right? Keep up the good work.
Well, I appreciate the constructive coming at it from a constructive place, because a lot of the Brad Hill hate as well is pretty ridiculous. But yeah, I feel like it's a similar thing with Mason Wood, but I suppose Hilly's probably been down for a longer period of time. It's one of those things where it's like, I just don't know. I just want the coaching staff to be comfortable with dropping him, and for him to be okay. It's like, okay, he can come in and out of the side, you know what I mean? But for whatever reason, it does feel like he's just going to be in the side every week, no matter what, which, maybe there's reasons behind that we don't know about. But yeah, I'd say I expect him to bounce back. What do you guys think?
I think that maybe in his do the exit interviews they do at the end of the year. Is that what they do before the? I think that would have a conversation probably around where he sits. As a fully fit team, ready to go with the kids coming through.
He would be in our best 22.
If he's playing as often as he is next year, I think then that raises some concerns. But for the rest of this year, I kind of see it out. I think that's Ross just balancing the experience with the youth and not going too young with some of these games. But I think he does need to get comfortable with dropping not just Brad, but any senior player that's not playing to the standard.
Yeah. Agreed.
This is from Peter.
Hey guys, thought I'd ask a bit of a random question, but that's been on my mind this week is, with Tassie likely to get their team and a 20th other team possibly in South Australia or WA, the clubs will probably start to chime in about mergers and things like that. And I am a little bit worried about St Kilda's future. Yes, we've got the money, but in terms of memberships or numbers and to the attendances, we're not the biggest. I guess I wanted your thoughts on how St Kilda can, leapfrog or try and ensure that we, don't merge and do a Fitzroy or a South Melbourne. Because, I guess I'm really worried about that potentially happening with GWS struggling or Gold Coast or something like that happening. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Interesting.
Yeah, I think if we just continue to build on this year and get those free agents, win more games, I think that winning does help a lot. Drawing crowds, they kind of go hand in hand. But I kind of have a feeling that if we were going to be merged, it would have been in the past. It would have happened already.
Doesn't feel like that's sort of like the modern day treatment AFL clubs are going to get.
Surely the AFL understands that
the history behind all these
fans,
clubs.
There's a lot of historical significance.
You have a merger occur and you lose a very big portion of those fans. Not even just for the other teams, but in the whole sport. They're not going to want to continue their support. So I feel like I wouldn't be worrying.
No, 100%.
And not as a St Kilda fan. If I was a North fan, maybe. But
even then, I don't think North.
Again, I don't think North either.
People think North, Melbourne, St Kilda should just...
people can think whatever they want, but it's not.
I know Eddie Maguire a few weeks back on his pod with Jimmy Bartell said that he knows for sure that there are people in the AFL world that don't like that St Kilda still exist. Pretty much, not direct quote, but he pretty much said he doesn't.
Yeah, well, given how bad we've been for so long, if, like you said before, if
it's
we
probably
were to
because
have already merged,
but it's also
because
we've got a voice now, and you've got Bassett and Ross coming out talking about the academies and the inequality in the competition, and they're probably some of the bigger clubs, the Collingwood, Essendon, Carltons, that are like, hey, just be quiet, let's just let it be. We're making the money, we're getting the crowds, we've got all the prime time, we're getting all the Thursday nights getting spanked every week, so let it be.
No, again, if there's people in the AFL that think that, great, you can go ahead and think that. It's really not going to change anything.
We're here to change that. Yep. This is from Vince.
Hi, guys. Vince from Tassie again. I just wanted to express my frustrations with the situation regarding Naz. We're heading into round 20. He still hasn't re-signed, so I'm just wondering what the sticking point is here, because, you know, Naz has openly stated that he loves the club, he loves his teammates, he loves Ross. I believe that they've given him a pretty good offer. I just don't understand what's going on there. And also Marcus Windhager. I mean, why haven't we re-signed Marcus as yet as well? So I'm not sure what's going on in terms of our list management regarding our own players, but they're certainly heading into round 20. Nothing on Naz, nothing on Windhager. Just wondering what your thoughts are. Thank you, guys. Bye.
I mean, Naz, I think we've covered in depth, but Windy, yeah, it's an interesting one. It's sort of flying under the radar because of everything going on with Naz. But I don't know, Jake, what do you think's behind that? Because it is strange that he hasn't re-signed yet.
Windy?
Yeah.
I said it the other day, but I think we'll announce a bunch of them together. I think Windy being a good mate of Naz, living together, Maxi Hall, there's a few players there that are out of contract. I think Max Heath is
Hall
out of contract.
also out of contract?
Hall is.
But we'll definitely
100%.
We'll
give him a couple of years, or 3 years, something like that.
Yeah.
Well,
Max
Windy's
Heath.
form's gotten really good the last few weeks. That could be another factor into why him and obviously Naz as well. They're waiting out a little bit. But
so
I'm pretty confident, at least with Windy, that he'll sign again pretty soon.
Yeah. I think I don't know. Maybe they'll do like an old school Saints ad. Do you remember that one when they're on the beach in St Kilda?
Yeah.
And all the young they're lining up. Just do something like that. That'd be sick.
Just get us involved.
A new marketing campaign. Yeah. This one is from Chad.
Hey boys, Chad again. Just wanted to throw it out there. Is it time for us to create a Kane Corns Call Instagram page? One that we can highlight some of these ridiculous comments that he makes, the calls that he makes on the performance of not only our club, but all clubs and players in general. I think he's a detriment to the AFL community and the way that we talk and support our clubs and teams. I think that the clickbait stuff that he goes with has gone that far that he needs to be called out in return. And I think that can be done through an Instagram page. When he says something, throw it up there. When it doesn't come to fruition, you re-highlight it back into that Instagram page and you start to circulate a little bit of groundswell. Get a number of people on board across all AFL clubs, not just the St Kilda Football Club. And we actually call this prick out for being detrimental to our AFL games.
Take it easy.
I mean,
Chad got even
good
more
thing
angry.
Kane's not
love
watching
it,
this.
Chad.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's a page already that I was like, the name would be Kane Churns, Kane Corns, Kane Churns. I feel like that'd be pretty good. I don't have enough time to run a specific page, but
Well, we won't be running it, but
Chad, it sounds like you've got it covered, mate.
think
I'd
Chad
love to
would
see
be
it.
good.
Chad, you've if you got some spare time, mate, go for it.
But I mean,
That'll
Kane,
take off, I reckon.
Yeah, I mean, Kane he just wants to stay relevant with all his rage bait and whatever, and never wants to be called out for when
He rarely admits defeat, and then when he does, he still tries to backtrack it.
Yeah.
Give reasons for it.
But no, I like the thinking there.
All right, we'll go lucky last. This is from Saint Fitness.
Legends. Love listening to the podcast every week. Keep up the good work. Just a quick one for Jake. Can you please get Naz on a live interview type stream and just ask him the hard-hitting questions? Is he staying? Is he going? I'm getting increasingly worried, and it'll be a disaster to lose him, over getting TDK. So, I mean, I'm really starting to worry, and I think you should too.
Whoa, mate! I think
That's a threat.
Could you imagine I go like 7 p.m. tonight on Saints TV, one-on-one with Naz?
Oh man, I mean that'd be great.
We'll ask
That
him
would
the hard-hitting questions.
Break the internet.
Everyone would be watching. No, I mean,
That's the last one there. That's Saint Fitness. Thank you for that. That was.
are you going to sort that out for Saint Fitness? Or?
It was pretty easy getting Wilkie on. I'm not sure if they'll they'll let me get Naz on.
I don't think Naz is doing any media that he doesn't
Not since he was
absolutely
caught in
have.
the airport. Not since the airport
Yeah,
interview have we
that's
seen
pretty
him.
off-putting. I don't blame him.
Yeah. Anyway, that's all the voicemail. So thanks to everyone for sending those in. We can go through a quick preview now.
For sure.
Against Melbourne. We'll all be there, I assume.
Yep.
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah, no, the D's. No Stephen May for
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's still out.
for that hit. Oh yeah, actually it's not decided yet if he's gonna.
But he'll
be
at least
suspended.
get a week.
Yeah, well he's got concussion anyway, so he's gonna
okay.
miss.
Yeah.
But yeah, what do we think, lads? Going up against Melbourne, this is the most winnable game we've had in weeks. I would say.
Since Melbourne.
Yeah.
Since Melbourne.
That's
our last win.
That's a pretty short
Really?
gap in between games.
Before the bye.
Yeah,
That was
wow.
round 11.
So it's been 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
round 12 might have been.
We're going to play. We've played like Geelong, Bulldogs, all these top 4 teams twice before we've even played North or Essendon.
Yeah.
It's crazy the fixturing, but
Yeah,
Melbourne will be without a key tall, which kind of opens us up to maybe playing Taru forward a little bit if we can, because they're not the tallest forward line, but Cozzy is in scintillating form. Kind of like
Cozzy's the
Naz
man to
for us.
stop.
Cozzy's unstoppable
Yeah,
at the
he's the
moment
man
for
to
them.
stop.
I mean, did you watch the game on Saturday night? The same way like Naz hits the scoreboard, you can sort of see that with Cozzy. I know he plays a bit more forward than him, but he just creates goals out of nothing. And
Yeah, he's a
Yeah,
brilliant
not
player.
only does he kick them, he can set the goals up. His disposal efficiency is quite good.
I mean, Cozzy's worst game this year was probably against us.
And that
That's
was
with
Windy.
Windy
because
played
of
on
Windy,
him,
and
so-
we know
Will
that's
Will
going to
that-
happen.
Yeah, happen again,
Oh,
definitely.
actually, because Windy's been so good off the tag.
Yeah, would we want it? Would that?
Or do we just go head to head?
Yeah, I don't
Monitor
know.
the game because Windy, he didn't start as the tag on the weekend, but then
Do you
I
think that's what Windy wants?
to not be a tagger.
That's a good
Yeah.
question. What do you actually think he would want to do?
I-
I'll have to ask him.
I think after his last 3 weeks, he can back himself into.
I honestly think Windy is just that type of team player that will absolutely do what
He doesn't
is
care.
necessary.
So he maybe just
So
doesn't
if
care.
you can let him loose, he'll have a great game. But if Ross says, "Okay, we're playing Melbourne, and you need to take down Cozzy for us to win," I reckon he'll go, "Yep, no worries, boss."
And
I
maybe
think
if
he'll
in the
he's that type.
first half we're up by 5 goals, maybe
Then you
reduce
kind
it a
of
little bit and
yeah.
let him sort of run
monitor
around
the
himself.
game. It's good to pull that lever. Maybe you don't need to do it straight away, but we know it's there and we know it's worked before. So it's handy
Yeah, I
to
mean, I
have
guess
that.
even if it gets to a stage where we haven't used it and we're down by 20 points, then
maybe
make the
and
decision.
it depends. Yeah, if he's the influence, he's the difference,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
But our midfield's been kind of doing not bad against some against some well-seasoned midfields lately. Obviously, Melbourne's got Clary. They've got Track and
Track's in some good
Cozzy's
form,
going
yeah.
through that, and obviously the big one is Max Gordon and Rowe.
Yep.
So that'll be telling.
Let's just not bomb the ball down long to Max Gorn every contest we get.
Yeah, because last time we played them, we did win, but we have to remember they had a shit ton of shots. They missed they kicked what do they kick seven?
It was I
7
think
goals, 20 or something.
21, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Did
was.
you-
But a lot
did
of
you go to that?
Yeah, I did
You
go
went
to
live?
that game.
Yeah.
It was a hard sort of because we're all standing, like the dimension of the oval was hard to see sort of like where the shots they were taking from the other end, but a lot of them were from positions that like weren't gettable.
Yeah.
So it's like they were just sort of rushing their shots, whereas we were
We were a
finding
bit
better
more.
options. So you look at that and go, oh well, we won by 30 points, but they had like 5 more scoring shots, but we still played much better footy on the day anyway.
Yeah, 100%. Between the arcs, I thought we were the better team.
Yeah, we looked better with it as well.
But they've kind of been like us. You know, they've played some good teams. They
Mm.
probably thought, and I've seen sort of the reception from like the debrief guys and that they really thought they'd beat Carlton. Carlton were quietly my lock of the week, so I
To
kind of
win.
had a feeling that Carlton would get the job done. Not in a convincing way, and the game turned out exactly as I thought it
Sort
would.
of low scoring
slog
Scott,
at the
yeah,
G.
yeah.
I mean, I just watching that Melbourne looked the better side, but they just
Couldn't do it on
sort
the
of like
scoreboard.
us, just fumbled some
Yeah.
easy opportunities, and
Sort of
Carlton
like
took
how
theirs.
we played Carlton in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think both teams would be looking at this game going, yeah, this is a win, which is exciting because both fan bases should turn up. And
Should be a close game.
Should be a really
if
exciting
that's-
game.
If that's going to be the mentality, no
Yeah, they're-
sides are going to want to sort of drop their heads or anything.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I want to get a win on the Sunday, and then on the Monday, I want to see the Instagram post Nasiah Wanganeen-Milera re-signed.
here to stay.
Do you reckon they'd actually would wait for that? Would wait for a win?
I just find, I mean, it's hilarious because like that's I guess the link is that we haven't announced anything, but we also haven't won a game. So, like, if we win the next game or two and nothing's happened, maybe then
That's
you
when
panic.
you start worrying, I think.
But we haven't won a game in this entire time that we wanted something announced. So maybe, but I just don't think it would have made a difference. I think if anything, after a loss and we're a bit down, that's a pick-me-up. A big pick-me-up, and we almost don't care anymore.
Definitely.
And we'd be going to games.
So you would have thought that a couple of weeks ago.
Maybe, but hey, maybe the club have got a different strategy in mind.
I said this last week, I'll say it again. People are like, oh, if you haven't re-signed by this time of year, Bont still hasn't re-signed. I know it's not a like-for-like case,
It's just but Bont's never had a go-home factor.
Week, didn't you?
But Bont's never had a go-home situation.
Yeah.
It's completely different.
No, I know, but even still, players do. It just contracts can be, weighted until the end of the year until they're signed.
Yeah,
this is what I'm telling myself, just to sort of keep
anything that'll get you going.
But no, I'm pumped. I'm expecting a win. I think our form's been really good in the last 5 weeks, and we've deserved probably a couple of wins. Haven't got them, but I just hope we don't. Because it's easy to get up for the big teams, like the good teams away from home, and be switched on because you have to be.
Yeah.
But the key thing is to maintain that rage even against teams around you on the ladder. Because we do tend to, sometimes succumb to who we're playing. We'll become that level.
West
Not to
Coast,
say Melbourne are lower than us or anything. Obviously, they've been pretty good in patches, but if we can maintain that level from the weekend, we should get the job done.
For sure. Anything else to add on before we wrap it up, boys?
No milestones, I don't think, coming up.
Not this week. Not to memory, no.
You'll be out for the banner?
I will, yeah. No, of course, that's going to be a very fun experience. Can't wait to do that.
Is that your first time?
Yep. Will you be out there?
For the banner?
Yeah. You've done it a few times.
I've done it a couple of times, but I normally don't sit in the cheer squad, so I don't get the opportunity, but it's good fun. Just don't drop it, because I think...
Is it actually harder than it looks, like holding the rope and stuff? Or?
I know I did it for a Gold Coast game a couple of years ago, and I was not... I didn't try to sort of help out or anything. I was just there with the phone and all that. I almost dropped the banner. I think 3 people there almost dropped the banner, to be honest, because they weren't fully focusing. So just as long as you do what they say, then you should be all right.
Thank you for the pep talk. I'll keep it. No, I'm excited.
For the Adelaide game, I think the Port one, I helped out, and it was pretty fun.
Yeah, well, I've been going to the footy since I was literally a baby. I've, for whatever reason, never done that, so excited. Thanks to Jake and the cheer squad for sorting that out.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, should be good.
Yeah, get to the game, 3:15. This is our little mini final series.
Is this primetime footy? Channel 7?
3:15 Sunday, probably. Yeah, probably a Sunday.
So we'll have the
7 slot.
Most of the country
BT,
watching.
Maybe?
Yeah.
James Brayshaw. Something like that.
I think BT does a Sunday game.
Yeah, he does.
Does he? Yeah, okay.
And Rui.
Yeah.
All right, then, Sainers.
Oh, and we're wearing the
Candy Stripe Heritage
Stripes,
Round.
Which is sick. It's Heritage Round.
You got to be wearing a Candy Stripe Guernsey?
Yeah, I'll wear it to the game. 100%. Everyone should get up and about.
I'll be doing it as well.
Yeah.
Did we wear Candy Stripe for Gather Round?
Gather Round. Was that against the Giants?
Yeah. I was just going to say, my last memory of wearing the Candy Stripe was against Carlton at the end of last year. So let's hope we can, replicate another win with that.
I'm not sure what we wore against.
Yeah. We had our own jumper. I think
no, that's right. We had the
tricolor.
Yeah. Maybe that was the last time we wore it. So
yeah,
good vibes in the Candy Stripes.
Yeah.
But till next week, Sainers. We'll talk then. Up the mighty Sainers.
Go Saints.
Cheers.